Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordana, and if not, then thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. Before anything else, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of project pan here, and then from time to time I do tutorials if you guys want them, and I do a lot of reviews when I do my empties and my project pans. I not only show you the products that I finish, but I give in-depth reviews of the products. I'm not a shopping like crazy type of channel, but I do purchase stuff from time to time. So if that's something that you like or that will interest you, then please just go and subscribe. On this video today, what I did was you guys were asking non-stop, and this has been happening on my Instagram as well, for this eye look. You have been loving these Foxy eye that I've been doing, and I've been doing it for the past 3 to 4 months since the quarantine started. Basically, I don't even remember how long ago that was, but it has been a crazy long time. So since yesterday I got a package, I ordered these. I pre-ordered the Natasha Denona bronze palette, but since I'm in Colombia, it took a while to get to me because my aunts were putting together a box to send me. I decided that I wanted to do sort of a first impressions and then recreate the look that you guys have been asking for. So I'm using the Natasha Denona bronze palette right here to create this eye look, and it turned out beautifully. You guys know I love Natasha Denona. And then what I also did was I used the Dominique Cosmetic Skin Gloss. I have 2 shades right here, and I used them both on my face today, and I truly love them. And then last but not least, I used the Natasha Denona Bronze Chic Palette. Spoiler alert, I do like it. People say that it's not that good, but it has a lot to do with taste and the way we apply makeup and what we expect from a face palette, because we all have different expectations and different tastes, and that's normal. So I want you guys to see how I used it, because that was all I used today, and I didn't even use bronzer, and you can see how beautiful, in my opinion, my face looks. I wasn't expecting that. I was actually expecting to have to go in with bronzer, with a matte bronzer, and contour my face, and I didn't do that. I just used highlighting products to give dimension to my face, and it looks so much healthier and fuller and glowier. So if you're interested in seeing a first impression review, sort of a, not an in-depth review, but sort of a review of the palettes or the things that I used and how I find them to perform, and you also have been asking for a Foxy eye, then just keep on watching. Okay, so this has been highly requested, and since I got the Natasha Denona bronze palette yesterday, I wanted to show the Foxy eye that I've been doing every single day with it, because it has a deep enough shade that I can use to recreate the smoky Foxy eye look, and it has a lot of colors that I really want to try, and I really want to play with the palette. So to start, what I'm gonna do is I already have my lids primed because they have a little bit of concealer and I don't have oily eyelids. So what I'm gonna do to start is I'm gonna grab Deep Dive, which is this dark brown shade. It doesn't look like a brown shade when you see it in the pan, but when you apply it, it's really dark. I was swatching it yesterday, but when you swatch it, you can tell that it's a brown and not a black, and it's beautiful and cool tone, and I think it's wonderful for the look that I want to do. So for this look, I use mainly these 2 brushes, and these are the Morphe M507 and the M213. These are the perfect shapes of brushes to create this look, and I could basically only use these 2 brushes for my entire eye look. It's just that I like to add a few other things, but you can do this with just these 2 brushes, and they are one of my favorite brushes in my collection. For a light transition, I'm gonna go in with Beach, which is this shade right here. When I was watching it yesterday, I realized that it was more of a pinky, it has more of a pinky tone to it when you compare it to the other shades, and I don't want something that warm, and so I'm gonna go in with that one. So what that just did was just create dimension or give dimension to my eyes. So now I'm gonna go in with Magma, which is this dark reddish brown shade, and I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M213, and I'm gonna start to line my lash line. And I'm gonna go from a lighter color to a darker color, so you will see that in a bit. So now I'm gonna start with the medium shade, and then I'm gonna add a lighter color and then a darker color, and I'm gonna be blowing them out as I go. Now grabbing the blending brush, I will be going on top of it and just smoke it out a little bit. Then I'm gonna grab the same brush and suntan, which is a lighter shade, and I'm gonna let it peek through on top of magma. And I'm not taking it to the inner corner, I'm just leaving it be, and then I'm blending it. So it doesn't need to be perfect, you just need to keep blending and diffusing the shades so that they mix together, but they still create dimension. And now to darken the look and create the wing, I'm gonna go in with Deep Dive, which is the darkest shade in the palette, and the same brush. And I'm just grabbing it like this. And then since that's a cream to powder formula, I'm gonna tap it and try not to move it a lot, just to have all the pigment that I need, because I want the darkness over there, but I don't want it to be thick towards the inner corner. I just want it to be thick towards the outer corner. And now I'm grabbing an eyeliner brush. This is the Sigma E05, and grabbing Deep Dive. And I just sort of drowned it in Deep Dive. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take into account the lash line, my lower lash line, and just taking it upwards to create a cat eye. Just like that, and then connect it to the liner on top of my lash line. So you basically don't need a gel liner or a pencil liner to do this. You can do it with eyeshadow, and the formula that Natasha Denona has, the cream to powder formula, is one of the best to do that, because it actually performs like a cream. So now that that's done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take advantage of the eyeshadow that transferred and sort of recreate the same thing that I did on my lash line, on my upper lash line, on my lower lash line. So I'm grabbing suntan first, and then I always apply it messily, and then I grab the blending brush and start blending. Then I'm grabbing magma and going even closer to my lash line. And then I'm grabbing Deep Dive and doing the same thing. This will build sort of a dimension and a blown out eyeliner look. And that's what I've been using every day for the entire time that I've been quarantined, and I'm obsessed with it. Now to line my waterline, upper and lower, I will use Coco by Laura Mercier. To be honest, I actually prefer to use a black liner, but since I don't have any because I ran out of it, then what I do is I use this one, because I could use gel liner, but sometimes gel liner it's too much because I'm not actually going out. I don't need my makeup to last till the next day, and then it's a hassle to remove at night. But if you're going to an event and you're watching this video and the quarantine is over, then just go and grab your gel liner or a waterproof eyeliner and just line the inner rim of your waterline. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna even line my tear duct waterline. You can see how lining the inside of my tear duct will make my eye look longer, because I'm actually doing an accent right here. And you can see the difference, and it looks way more smoky when I line it on the waterline. Since this is a brand new palette and all I want to do is play with it, I'm gonna go in with Bliss, and I'm gonna use that on the part that I have naked on my eye. I usually leave it like this, put on mascara. If I want, I can apply false lashes, and then I leave that part naked, and that's the look that I've been going for. But since this palette is new and I just want to play with it, and Bliss looks like the exact shade that I will wear the most from this palette, then I want to apply it to the part that it's naked from my eye and just give it a wash of pink, because that's just my vibe. So this is a bronzy pink orgasm shade. It's different, and I'm all for it. And it has sort of a green color to it, like the shimmers are sort of green. I really love this palette, but you guys know what I would love even more? For it to have more texture eyeshadows like the gold palette. I think Natasha Denona still puts texture into her shadows, because here we have this one that it's a sheen but it's thin, and then we have True Bronze and Silk and Alloy, and I think even True Copper that are true metallics. They don't have a sheen, they're metallic shades. And this one has a duochrome to it. Then you have cream to powder formulas, then you have creamy mattes. The thing about the gold palette is that you basically want to touch all these different eyeshadows, and it has a lot of the same formulas that this palette has, but it has toppers, and the toppers are wonderful. They're just a game changer. So for my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with Silk, and this looks to be the lightest shade. So it doesn't have a champagne shade, but I don't mind that. I don't think we need that in every palette. As long as we have other palettes, we're good. If we want something to lighten our inner corner, or we can just go to our highlighter and use that as an inner corner highlight. Now to give depth to the eye, I'm gonna go in with the small blending brush and Beach, which was the first shade that we used as a transition. And I'm gonna just extend or give depth to the eye in the inner corner as well. Just with little circles. That will do the trick, and it will just make my eye look bigger. After that, all I need is mascara and then lashes if I want to, but I don't know how I feel about lashes today. So I'm gonna go in with my Lash Freak by Urban Decay. This is a new one. I opened it yesterday. It's so good. The wand is so different from anything I've tried, but it turns out it's not as different as the Givenchy mascaras that I've used, that I hated the shape of the wand and that they make me feel uncomfortable. This one I used yesterday and I had no issues with it. It's just that really volumizing mascara, and it didn't smudge, but I'm gonna try it today and see wearing it throughout the entire day, because yesterday I did my makeup at 2 p.m. So what I want to see is how it performs from wearing it right now that it's 10 a.m. until midnight, or until I remove my makeup, which is really late at night. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do my lashes the same way I do them every time. You guys know that during the quarantine I haven't been using my lash primer, and I bet this will look amazing with my lash primer, but it's because since I'm not going out at night, then it's harder to remove my mascara, to remove everything. So what I try to do is just do my makeup and for it to last all day, but not want to be off my face at night. I truly like this mascara. I miss having my lashes longer, like longer lashes, because I was using the Grande Lash before these all started, and I'm using it now for my project pan, but I think it's already expired and it has about 4 more uses out of it or something. So I don't know if you can see the difference. Here, even though my lashes are not really long, you can see the difference between the eye that has mascara and the eye that doesn't. This one looks so much more complete, and that's what I love about mascara. So I'm gonna let it set a little bit, and then I'm gonna do another coat, and then you will see the full difference. So now you can see right here the eye that has mascara in it, and then the eye that doesn't, and this one looks lackluster when you compare it to this one. So I actually do see the difference, and I really like it, even though my lashes are not at their best, and even though I'm not even curling them, because sometimes I will curl them, or I'm wearing the Grande Lash, or I'm wearing my primer. So this is the mascara on its own with crappy lashes, and it works just beautifully. I really like this. I will keep you guys updated with it, and I'm thankful for the gift that I received from Urban Decay for sure. Okay, so I decided to go in with the Maybelline Studio eyeliner, because for you to get the full effect of the eye look, you need to darken the waterline. It's just something that you need to do. So just for you guys, because I wouldn't do this during the quarantine if I'm not just doing a photo shoot or just taking pictures for my Instagram. Now I'm gonna go on to the face, and I wanna use the bronze palette and then these two beauties that I got. These are the Dominique Cosmetics Skin Gloss, and I got them in the shade Sunset Glow and Gloss Peach. What I want to do is I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so first I'm going to use the Bounce Cream Blush, and I'm going to use that as a blush and see how it performs. Natasha Denona says to use your fingers, or you can use a sponge. I already powdered my face, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. Let's just hope for the best. Okay, I actually thought that this was gonna be lighter, so it actually looks like a blush, and I'm really happy for that, because I saw her using it yesterday and it looked lighter than how it's looking. So I guess I have a lighter skin than the model. So far, I like it better than the rest of the creams that the regular creams, because sometimes what happens to me is that since I have oily skin, then I feel that creams are too creamy and that they won't last on my face. So this looks pretty nice. I will just use a sponge like I'm doing right now to set it on the face, or just to press it on the face and to blend the edges, because I don't want something that will look harsh, but you can see it there with natural lighting. It looks like a softer nude blush. And then I'm gonna grab the Bounce Cream Glow and I'm gonna apply it right here on the cheeks, just to give it more light. And this has a pink shimmer to it. I like it, but I would have preferred another color instead of pink, because I already have the Love palette and this is a bronze palette, so I thought it was gonna be something more on the nude side, but it looks really pretty. Then for the Super Glow Nude, which is this one right here, so the blush that I used was this one. Then this is the Bounce Cream Glow. Those are the ones that I'm wearing right now, but then to top it up, because she says that you use these ones first and then you put this one on top, I will go in with Super Glow Nude, and I will just grab a little bit of it with the Wayne Goss brush. This was a holiday edition brush. And I'm gonna tap it, but just lightly, just to get more of a glow. Okay, so this is really glowy. This I wouldn't use on an everyday basis because, like I've said before, I have oily skin. So I don't know how this will turn out at the end of the day, but it looks pretty good right now. And now I'm gonna go in with the Super Glow Bronze. This is a bronzing shade, and since it's a darker shade, I don't wanna go crazy with it. So I'm grabbing a dual fiber brush, a small one, and then I'm grabbing the shade right there, topping off the excess, and I'm gonna apply it in the back, just as a bronzing product, because I don't wanna go crazy and then be regretful of it. I think this could be used as a blush for sure. And I always feel like if you don't know how a product will perform, use brushes that pick up just a little of the product at a time, and that way you don't mess up your makeup. So I'm gonna tap it off right here, and then I'm gonna smile, apply a little right there on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm gonna cross it over my nose, just to give that sun-kissed vibe to the look. Oh, I love that. I truly do love it. And then to end this look, I was just thinking about applying Sunset Glow as a blush, but since I use this palette and I actually love it a lot, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab Gloss Peach and I'm gonna apply a little bit on top of what I already did, a little bit, because this is not supposed to disrupt the powders that you put underneath. So I just applied a little bit there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Since I have so much glow going on already, it doesn't really look like something extra, but it is extra. This is one of those products that on camera you can't see it that much. You can see it, but you can't see it as much. But in person, it gives you a gloss on the skin that's pretty beautiful. I'm gonna apply it on my nose, right here. What I've noticed is that I would have gotten the lighter shade, and I thought that they were actually for everyone, every single shade, and they are, but you have to use them in a different way. So I would actually purchase this one in the lighter shade for it to show more on my skin, because sometimes you can only see the glow, but you don't get to see beaming highlighter in the way that I know the lighter one would look. For my lips, I'm using the Laura Mercier Plumberry Lip Liner lightly on my lips, just to give them a little bit of shape, but to enhance the color that they already have. Sometimes we take lip liner, or I take lip liner for granted, and then when I use it, you can see the difference, and it's just so beautiful. So I will blend it with my finger, and then what I did yesterday was I grabbed Sunset Glow, which is the Orgasm type of shade, and then I grabbed a little bit of it and applied it on the center of my lips. And then to finish my makeup, I'm going in with my Hourglass Radiant Light Powder, a dual fiber brush, and I'm just buffing my makeup. I'm careful not to go over the skin gloss because I truly don't want to mess with it. I did it yesterday and it just lost a little bit of the glow, but it kept it there. It didn't just ruin my entire makeup, but I prefer to just not lose any of the glow if I can. So I'm just blending the edges of the other products that I use. This powder is definitely a dream come true. You can see the difference when you blend your makeup with the buffing technique. And one thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that I want to get the new Hourglass powder, the one that has 2 ambient lighting powders and then a strobe lighting powder in it. As soon as it's back in stock, I'm going to order it, because that for me is just, you guys know how much I love these powders, and this is just crazy how beautiful this look turned out. I don't know if when I'm editing the footage I don't look as cute, because I love the way this looks right here on the mirror and right there on the screen. My English sucks today. And I didn't even use bronzer. I used this palette to give the dimension that I got. I think I would use bronzer right here just to diminish the size of my face. But I didn't use bronzer and it turned out beautifully. So I'm obsessed with this palette already. If you guys want me to just rank my face palettes from Natasha Denona, because I have all 4 of them, let me know below, because I would happily do that for you guys. Okay guys, so that's it for the entire video. I'm happy you requested this look so much, and I'm happy that the palette got here in time for when I had this time to film, because I know I've been posting 1 video a week or even 1 video every 2 weeks. I know I've been just not fulfilling my YouTube schedule, but work has been really crazy and I'm grateful for that. If you don't find me here, you can go to my Instagram. It's in Spanish, but I know you guys can use the translate tool, and I give a lot of valuable content when it comes to image consulting, which is my job and my business, and it's something that I truly love. On top of makeup. I hope you enjoyed this video. For the emoji today, let's just do something related to Bliss. Bliss is the shade that I use right here, the one that has pink and then a green duochrome, or maybe we can do deep dive as well. So just show me some love in the emojis. Let me know what you want to see next, and let me know what you thought about these palettes, and about the skin gloss, because some people don't like them. I was last night watching reviews and seeing how people use the products and stuff, but to be honest, I love Kristen Dominique, and when I saw her using the skin gloss for the first time with the makeup artist that she invited in, and then when she used it the next day to the launch, I fell in love with them, and I was just waiting to see what people thought about them. And then I decided that it was better if I tried them on my own, because we all have different taste in makeup, and I love the way they look on her, and she has really textured skin. I don't. And then seeing how it looked on her made me want to try them for myself. Even though they were creams, I was expecting something else. So if you want to see a review on the Dominique Cosmetics skin glosses and not mixing them with something that has a first impression, or just using them all over my face so that you can see how they perform, then let me know below, because I would love to do that for you guys, and I would love to give these guys a lot more love. So that's it, you guys. I love you. Don't forget to leave the emoji below, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.